exceeding 20 inches. So we're very close to breaking the state record for North Carolina as far as rain from a tropical system is concerned. But we don't think we're just going to break it. We think we're going to crush that record. We think we could be looking at 30, 35, 40 plus inches of rain out of Florence, somewhere here in the southeast part of North Carolina. So that is going to bring with it a very significant danger, not just of that inland flooding, river flooding, flash flooding, and coastal inundation has been an issue. So along the beaches, we've seen significant surge, and we noticed that push of water here on the Cape Fear River as well. So there's going to be water coming in as that south-southeasterly push continues from Florence's wind field. I mentioned an inland flood concern, though. We've got teams inland as well because the rainfall rates are going to be problematic even there. Reynolds Wolf is in Charlotte, North Carolina this evening, and Reynolds, that's a region where now you're going to get the Appalachians in play. Now you've got terrain in play. Actually, Dr. Knabb, I'll talk to you about this because, you know, we're seeing just that tropical flow here, and we've got just those tropical downflows. But once you get the Appalachians in the mix, that's able to squeeze out just as much.
Yeah, and folks in western portions of South Carolina and North Carolina might be thinking, oh, this isn't so bad, but it's coming. It really is. It's just that it's moving very slowly, but once it starts, it's going to last a long, long time, both the wind and the rain from this tropical storm. High-end tropical storm at 70 miles an hour by the wind, but it is, I don't know how to classify this. West at only 3 miles an hour. It's just barely moving, and it's large. A slow-moving, large tropical storm is nothing but bad news, and that is due to wind and water. It is going to eventually move, but look, by Sunday, it's still not gotten very far. It's just getting into the southern Appalachians by that point, and then it will bring some rain farther north. And despite where the center goes, I mean, this cone does not tell you where the effects of wind and water are going to extend. It'll be inside that cone, but this is a large system. So way outside the cone, we've got big, big problems. Tropical storm warnings are in effect still along the coast and inland. This is going to be a coastal and inland storm for days to come because of those winds and because of the rain making the ground softer, easier to knock down trees, into power lines. We are expecting very widespread power outages and likely extending into just about all of South Carolina. Maybe not everybody has their power taken out, but a lot of you will, and it will be possible even beyond that area. And because power outages can be surprisingly dangerous and deadly, I want to remind you of a few things. If the power goes out and if you've gotten a generator, operate it outdoors, not in the garage, far away from the building and the windows. Don't use candles or any other open flame, too much of a fire risk. Stay away from down power lines. We've already seen images of down power lines that are still live. Don't go anywhere near them or anything they're touching, including water. And think about if you need to take shelter and you've got life-sustaining medical equipment that relies on power, you want to go to some place that's got backup power if you have the time and the option to decide where to go. So, Mark, we've got water problems too, storm surge warnings, flash flood warnings. The water is going to be a problem for days and days to come, and it's getting more and more urgent. We've seen these flash flood emergencies.
That slow motion, meaning people that are in the heavy rain will continue to be in the heavy rain for days still to come. I mean, we could double the records of some of these states for the most rain from a tropical system. Let's bring you some of the latest on our what was Hurricane Florence, now Tropical Storm Florence. Storm officially made landfall coming in this morning at 7:15 near Wrightsville Beach in North Carolina. And the sad news to report is that we now have at least 5 people that have been killed, including a mother and an infant with her that were killed when a tree fell on their house. At the latest check, roughly 900,000 people are without power across North and South Carolina. Those numbers are increasing by the minute. I'm going to show you that in just a second.